A queen in her own right, she rides, as she has often done, to the sovereign's official birthday parade. Young, regal, bearing herself as becomes her exalted rank. This is a special occasion, for only a few days ago, 10 years had passed since this young queen rode from the palace to her coronation. And as a decade is a considerable part of any lifetime, let these historic pictures remind us all of that memorable day in June 1953. Like that great Queen Elizabeth I, she was to be crowned as a sovereign. Upon the altar lay the regalia of the coronation. Watching with deep loyalty and affection was the first Minister of the Crown, Sir Winston Churchill. How that historic imagination must have stirred as the Archbishop of Canterbury placed the crown upon Her Majesty's head. At Balmoral, the Queen and her family continued the custom of a royal holiday in Scotland. Prince Andrew, born in 1960, brought yet more happiness to a family already blessed in good measure. A queen of another kind, a pearly queen, which means costers and the derby. And at the sport of kings and queens, Her Majesty loves to relax. This was the year St. Paddy, ridden by that brilliant young jockey, Lester Piggott, was first past the post. A very different scene, New Delhi, 5,000 miles from Epsom. The Queen riding with President Prashad. It was Republican Day during the royal tour of India. In Jaipur, ladies of the Maharaja's family tendered the ritual greeting and linked this with ancient India, received as graciously as it was given. By the noble and lyrical beauty of the Taj Mahal, Her Majesty said she was captivated. It was erected 300 years ago by the Emperor Shah Jahan to enshrine the body of his favorite wife. Indians, and few will dispute them, declare it to be the most beautiful building in the world. The eastern beauty of Pakistani dress fascinated the Queen in the garden of the State Guest House, Karachi. As the guest of the Maharaja of Banaras, the Queen rode in the style traditional to the princes of India. Thousands acclaimed her on this royal progress through the city. The Maharaja himself was in the howdah at the Queen's side. Banaras is the holy city. 500,000 people crowded the ghats as the Queen sailed past on the Ganges, the holy river. She declared afterwards that of all the wonderful things she saw on her historic tour of India and Pakistan, this was the most impressive. At home again, and the annual state opening of Parliament. Now, for the first time, that splendid ceremony was filmed in colour. In the chamber of the House of Lords, to the peers of the realm and the Commons, the Queen read her speech from the throne. Another royal tour, this time to Ghana. As head of the Commonwealth, Her Majesty likes to meet the people of these far-off lands. President Nkrumah, who had been the Queen's guest at Balmoral, now bade her welcome to Accra, the capital. And what a genuinely warm welcome she got everywhere she went from the friendly Ghanaians. They held a surfboat regatta, a display of skill and strength by the crews that load and unload the ships anchored offshore. 1,000 men and 115 surfboats took part. Then a visit to the Makola market, whose members bargain with the famous market mammies. There's very little that can't be bought there. Diamonds are almost the country's best friend in Sierra Leone, visited on the way home from Ghana. Some of the largest ever known have been found here. Diamonds are Sierra Leone's biggest export, more than £14 million a year. The Susu girls perform traditional dances in a display at Port Loko. In London, whenever possible, the Queen attends the Royal Film Performance and has a word with the stars, people the cinema has made famous all over the world. Now, Britannia was at Fiji at the beginning of the last tour of this royal decade. The centuries-old drumbeat of the Lali proclaimed the arrival. Proof indeed that the Queen and Duke were welcome was afforded at the Sevu Sevu ceremony, at which the Fijians prepared kava, which is said to make any European beverage seem like distilled water. On to New Zealand, with a Maori choir singing a welcome. At Auckland, the Royal Regatta. Perhaps the most popular item on the programme was the Tauranga race. It's for 7-foot dinghies sailed single-handed by boys or girls between the ages of 9 and 16. 150 took part. But soon the majestic beauty of New Zealand lay astern of the royal yacht. Already beckoning was Australia. At Parliament House, Canberra, that veteran statesman of the Commonwealth, now Sir Robert Menzies, escorted the Queen as Her Majesty came to open a session of the Australian Parliament. In many ways, duplicated here was the ceremony of the state opening at Westminster. And with the same regal deportment, Her Majesty met her legislators of the Dominion.
Hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
One departure from the Westminster pattern, a microphone, to which the Queen advanced to deliver her speech.
I want to send greetings to all Australians, and particularly to those we shall not be able to see on this occasion. Thank you again, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. McEwen, and Mr. Cornwall for your kind words this evening. I pray that Australia will continue to prosper in a happy and peaceful future.
The Queen and Duke were in Melbourne in time for the Moomba Festival, celebrated this year with the finest ever procession of floats. Of all Her Majesty's tours, none can have been more brilliantly successful than this one to Fiji, New Zealand and Australia. Soon afterwards, the time came for the Queen to leave Australia. Not long after her return, she completed the 10 years since her coronation. And we return now to the Horse Guards Parade. One more ceremony of trooping the colour is over. At the end of the Sovereign's birthday parade, the Queen takes the salute as the Brigade of Guards march past before the palace. An appropriate moment to reflect upon how well, in these 10 years since her coronation, she has presided over Great Britain and the Commonwealth of Nations.